traders, welcome back to this video. It is a Wednesday, and as always we do analysis on Wednesday and Sunday. So welcome back to this video, and as I told you guys on gold, I expected this highs liquidity to be taken out once I saw the trendline liquidity being invalidated. So from my last video, I told you guys that I'll be expecting gold to react from the 4-hour order block, and from the MetaTrader 5, gold tapped into that 4-hour order block, and we saw the reaction to the upside. But from the from trading view on Oanda, we currently don't see the price tapping into that order block. That is why it is very good to confirm from MT5 whenever you do your analysis. Make sure the, let's say maybe the point of interest or order block you have marked is there, or the order block is present in the MT5. So if you open your MT5 right now, you will see that gold tapped into this 4-hour order block and reacted from it. So I told you guys I'll be expecting the buying opportunity from this area, and that is exactly what gold did on the MT5. But on trading view, we did not see that happening. So let me delete that. Let me try to look for another source so that we can see if gold reacted from that order block. So if I go to forex.com, let me try and see if gold tapped into that order block. That order block is not there in forex.com. Yeah, I think so. That order block is not there. You can see the difference now. If you use different sources, you can see the difference and what is happening. So uh, make sure you always try to look for those order blocks that are present in MetaTrader 5. So some sources, let's say maybe for example Oanda is most likely to be same as MT5. That is why Oanda is, most of the time people use Oanda, because Oanda, most of the time you find Oanda having the same thing as MT5. So you can see that clearly here it did not tap into the order block, but from the MetaTrader 5 we have the price tapping into the order block, and then we have the buying pressure to the upside. So our bars was very accurate, and I had my trade at this point. Let me show you where I got the trade. So having my bars that gold is willing to buy to the upside and take out this highs liquidity, the trendline liquidity where the trend line started, I was clearly looking for buys, and I saw this support and resistance level. So I was waiting for price to come back and retest this area. You can see there is a support and resistance level at this point, a very good one at that. The market is breaking it and retesting it, breaking it and retesting it. You can see the breakdown and retesting it to go to the downside. At this point, we broke the support and resistance level. We retested it and then broke again and then retested it. But unfortunately, the price broke to the upside because we needed that bias of buying momentum to the upside. So currently we broke the support and resistance to the upside, and then we have this retest. So on this retest, that is where I applied my smart money concept strategy to have a continuation trade to the upside. So what I did, I dropped down into the 15 minutes time frame. So on the 15 minutes time frame, I had marked this order block, an order block from the 15 minutes time frame. So let me delete this, the support and resistance level, and also delete this. So I had marked this order block. I had marked this order block, and this was my entry point, but I did not enter from this area. I wanted to see a liquidity sweep first. So in this scenario here, I don't see any sweep of liquidity. So I went down to the lower time frame, the 5 minutes time frame. So on the 5 minutes time frame, that is where I I got my sweep of liquidity, and I had a very good order block that was not mitigated. That is where I had my entry. So in this scenario, you can see that there is a sweep of liquidity to the upside at this point, to the upside here, and then the price went down to sweep these lows liquidity. There is this low and this low. So this low here swept this low's liquidity and then went up to break structure. So this is a valid break of structure because we had some sweep of liquidity. So my entry point was from this order block, from this 5-hour order block, and then my stop loss was just below this level. So I had my entry from this level, and then my take profit was up here on this buy side liquidity. So my trade entry was from that point, and then the stop loss just below this area, and then the take profit was, my first take profit was at this point, and the second take profit was up here. So that was the trade, and you can see clearly how I have broken down into the lower time frame after having a bias from the higher time frames. So the bias from the higher time frame was that I expected the market to clear the buy side liquidity, the liquidity that the trend line formed. Because as from the other video, I told you guys that I surely expect gold to clear out these highs liquidity because we saw a very good trend line liquidity being formed, and we thus having this break of this trend line. That means the highest point of the trend line liquidity must be taken out. So my bias was for me to have a buying opportunity to the upside, and that is how I got this trade. So you can see clearly on that, and I think someone has learned something from that also. So currently gold, let's see if we can have a very good buying opportunity for us. So on gold, yesterday we had this pullback, a retest to this level, the support and resistance level at this point. We had this retest, and there is a very good pin bar that was formed, and then the price has pushed to the upside. So I also expect a retest to this area, and I want to see if I can have an order block that has swept liquidity at this point, so that can try and look for a trade from that point. So from the 4 hour order, from the 4 hour time frame, I don't see any good zone to have an entry. But let me try and go to the 1 hour time frame. So from the 1 hour time frame, I see this order block. I see an order block here, and I think this is where I have my interest at now, as from now. So when coming into the 15 minutes time frame, we can see that this low came down to sweep this low's liquidity, and then we have the push to the upside. So we have an internal break of structure to the upside. So this is the highest probability area that I expect some reaction before any other opportunity. But because we do not have any inducement being formed inside here, please be very careful when trying to take a trade from this area, because once you don't see an inducement in your trading, let's say maybe in your point of interest, or above or below your point of interest, there is a high probability that your setup will be used, the low or the high that you are trying to trade from is going to be used as inducement. So make sure when you try to look for a trade, make sure you always try to look for an inducement. So but if you want to have an aggressive entry, just make sure that you have, let's say maybe you risk less. For example, for me in this trade, I risked less because I did not have any inducement at this movement. So I tried to use some small lot size, and then hoping that the market will react from that area, because there was no any inducement. So this scenario here, we already have our break of structure, and we understand after a break of structure, the market tends to come inside the internal structures to sweep them as liquidity and then move into the intended direction. So make sure always when you try to look for your point of interest, just try also to look at the inducement that is going to be used as a sweep of liquidity before having an entry from that point of interest. So in this case, we have this point of interest sweeping liquidity before going to the upside, and it is a very good point of interest so that we can see if we have that buying opportunity. So in this case, that is my area of interest, the point of interest that I want to see price coming into. And if price tries to go up to create an inducement, it will be more powerful that I take a trade from this point of interest. But if price comes straight into this area, I'll be waiting for a good confirmation, or if I don't have a confirmation, I'll be looking for a continuation trade to the upside. So my view on gold currently is from here. I want to see some buying opportunities from this area to the upside. So that is it on gold. I think that is the only area I have on gold. Let me see if I go to the daily time frame. The daily time frame is not giving me any good structure. But currently from the daily time frame, we are completely bullish. So we are looking for buying opportunities. That is why I'm saying if we have a buying opportunity from this area, we will be having our entries to the upside. So I think that is it. We also have a fair value gap at this point. And in case gold comes back into this area, we will be looking for a buying opportunity also from this fair value gap. And inside that fair value gap, let me see if I can see any order block from the 30 minutes time frame, from the 15. So I think in this fair value gap, we can see a very good order block from the 15 minutes time frame, and the order block is unmitigated also. So we can also mark that as a very good point of interest. So because we already have a break of structure, the market can decide to come down and take the internal structure. This is an internal structure. This is also an internal structure, a major inducement. So the market can also decide to come down, take out this internal structures liquidity, and then react from an order block that has a fair value gap. So this is a very good order block. And also we have another order block just below that. We also have this order block. But in case gold does not come into that area, we will be looking for more buys because on gold we are currently bullish. So we have multiple zones, and this is where confirmations are very, very important. So we will wait and see what gold will be doing, and but for now, my current focus is on this area. So that is it on gold. We expect some more buying from gold. So if you are trying to trade gold currently now, just look for buys. That is the best decision you can make. So let me try and also analyze USDJPY. So on USDJPY, we had some zones. I told you guys from the last video, if we do not have a confirmation at this point, we'll wait and see what the market will be doing. But currently, we have a very good selling pressure. And my point of interest at now, I expected some confirmation from this area, but I did not get any confirmation. And therefore, we did not have any trade to the upside. But you can see each and every zone that I draw, there must be a reaction. So from this point, you can see clearly there was a reaction, but we did not have any confirmation. And then the price now is dropping to the downside. My current point of interest right now is this order block, and I want to see what the market will be doing. So we will just wait and see if we can have an opportunity to take a trade from this area. So currently on USDJPY, we do not have a very clear structure, but if we go to the lower time frame, let me see if we can have an entry to the downside. And on the lower time frame, we do not have any entry to the downside. So I think there is a selling pressure. I think there is news currently, or some factors that can make the market move in that way. So uh, this is my point of interest currently. If we do not have any confirmation from this area, we wait and see what the market will be doing before we have our entry. So clearly on USDJPY do not have any other thing to do on that, but I expect price to be reacting from this area, and then I'll take my buys from down here to the upside. So that is it on USDJPY. That is it on USDJPY. So because we had the sweep of liquidity and then we have this shift to the upside, I think we will be looking for more buys from this area. So we will just wait and see what the market will be doing. And then on GBPUSD, so I said from the last video I expect some selling pressure from this point. And currently you can see the market is trying very hard to push to the upside, and for me I will not be taking any sell trade from up here because I think after the market swept this lows liquidity, my bias now, I think GBPUSD must sweep another liquidity, either this one or this one, before it has that selling pressure to the downside. So my my best entry will be from this point because there was there was a very good order block that was left behind, a 4 hour order block, and this order block is at a very good point where we had a support and resistance level that was not retested. So I expect the price to pull back into this order, the support and resistance level, tap into this 4 hour order block, and then I have my selling opportunity to the downside. So my current point of interest is this one up here. And in case we have a selling opportunity from this point, we'll be taking the sales to the downside. But for now, my point of interest is up here. I want to see a retest into this area, and then if I have a very good confirmation, I'll be having my selling opportunities to the downside. So, but for now, let's wait and see what the market will be doing at this point. You can see that this is a very good daily order block, and we know how daily order blocks and weekly order blocks are very powerful. The daily order blocks, the weekly order blocks, and the 4 hour order blocks tend to be very powerful than the lower time frame order blocks. The 1 hour, the 30 minutes, the 15 order blocks are not very powerful, same as to the daily, weekly, and the 4 hour. So we'll wait and see what the market will be doing at this point. But if this high is going to be cleared out, it means the price is willing to come into this area. And this is where I have my point of interest. The best point of interest, it's at this point. And the point of interest is coming from the extreme point. So that is where I expect some selling pressure from. So currently, GBPUSD, we are still looking for sales. There is no any shift of the market structure. So we'll wait and see what the market will be doing. And currently, I see GBPUSD is trying to react from the order block. Let me delete this. The 4 hour order block. This is the 4 hour order block here. We'll just wait and see what the market will be doing. So currently it is reacting from that order block, but no any confirmation from there. So we'll wait. If the high is taken out, we will be waiting for this high up here. So when the market comes into this area, I expect it to tap into the order block also. I do not expect you guys to be taking any sell entry aggressively. Just wait because the zone is very big. So let me delete this support and resistance level because that is not important for now. But what is important for now is this order block. I expect the selling pressure from this 4-hour order block. So that is my point of interest. After the price sweeps this high as a liquidity. So I think that is it on GBPUSD. So where I'm going to have a very good selling opportunities from this order block, and I don't expect you guys to be taking any trade aggressively. We will wait for a confirmation, and in case I have any update, I can share it on the Telegram group so that you can have an opportunity also. So on GBPUSD, I think yesterday we had a very good confirmation from this point of interest, but the confirmation was invalidated because the market swept the lows liquidity, the structural low liquidity. We had this confirmation. We have this low being taken out as liquidity, and the market went up to break structure, and we wanted to sell from this. We had our sales from this order block, but what the market did, the market came down. If someone took out their first profit at this low, the structural low, you can see that those who took their first take profit from this area, they had their take profit and they took some profits from this area. For me, I took some partial profits at this point, and then the other trade was left behind, and we had our stop loss hit up here. So we took our trade from this order block, and the stop loss was at this point up there because of this change of character. But we had price being distributed to this low. So it was a very good trade, but we did not have that selling momentum to the downside. So I think that was a very good trade, but unfortunately we had the stop loss being hit. But that is it. Yeah. So I think we'll be having more opportunities, and you can see this was the first take profit, and some people who took the partial profits, I think you guys uh, had a very good trade. So from the 4-hour time frame, what I expect, that is it from GBPUSD. I expect this high to be taken out, and then my bias now will be from this order block. I expect some selling pressure from this order block. So let's stay tuned, and then I'll update you guys on Sunday with whatever the market will be doing. So thank you guys for being here. Subscribe. Don't forget to like, share, and comment below what you need me to talk about, and then turn on the notification bell so that you do not miss anything that I talk about in this channel. So thank you guys. Let's see on Sunday.